Welcome to Intro to Theatre. My name is CJ Roll, and tonight I will be your host and artistic director. But you may call me Big Papa, because as people may know, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Sorry, that was my humor. I try to keep my funny bone repressed. The show we are currently in the design phase for is Moliere's Tartuffe. For those of you that were born in America and do not rely on the written word for entertainment, now, you don't have to lie to me, I've witnessed you watching The Hills. Tartuffe is a French masterwork based on the theme of hypocrisy. Orgon, a wealthy and gullible hypocrite man, allows a hypocritical... Take the stop. You didn't I'm sorry. My assistant is a little, touched in the head. And she can't listen to directions to save her life, apparently. Natalie, if you want to save your job, you should know what you gotta do. Okay, where was I? Oh yes. Orgon, a wealthy, gullible man, allows a hypocritical priest into his home against the better judgment of the people around him. Tartuffe then begins to take over Orgon's life. Upon Orgon's discovery of the saint's indecent intentions towards his wife, he confronts the hypocrite, though it is too late, as Tartuffe has already taken all that he treasured. Though the story does not end there. No. The King of France himself traps Tartuffe and gives Orgon his things back. This show transcends generations. It seems that my assistant has dropped the cue cards, so I have nothing really left to say, except she is fired, and I give you a design meeting for Tartuffe. Enjoy. Hi guys. Welcome to the first design meeting for Tartuffe. So, what do you got for us?
Alright. The early modern period was considerable transformation. It was political structures had changed from feudal organization of medieval Europe as a result of power shifts. This century is noted for, the 17th century, is noted for being a period of extravagance and power in the French monarchy. King Louis XIII and Cardinal Richelieu transformed France's feudal monarchy to an absolute monarchy. This period is also known for the genius of the writers, architects, and musicians who were promoted by loyal court. Unfortunately, Louis' extravagance, in particular waging expensive wars, left France in financial peril by the end of his reign.
So how does this apply to the play as a whole for us?
In the climate of social and religious persecution, Molière created Tartuffe, a masterful satiric comedy dealing with hypocrisy and intolerance, and the character Tartuffe is both a dangerous man and a complete buffoon. The entertainment value of the play softens what surely would have been a subject unacceptable to Molière's patron, Louis. Language, costumes, all need to be up to date with the 17th century. And as far as the arts dominance and how Louis supported the arts and was a big patron for the arts in this period, we need to let that shine through.
Our dramaturg was kind enough to perform a monologue from Tartuffe in the French language.
Nous l'amour pour ce qui est fugace et temporel. Et on peut facilement être charmé des œuvres parfaites ciel à créer. Ces attraits reflètent, resplendir, dans tel que vous, mais c'est en toi seul que ces beaux merveilles sont centrées.
Alright, I want you guys to think about that kind of like the way the language is stilted, the way the language is said. It's a little bit different in English, but I'm really looking for that authenticity to shine through. That's good. Okay, let's just get all of the non-technical aspects out of the way right now.
My options were Hamlet, of course, Tartuffe, Antigone.
Why such old plays?
Because I know with these old plays, these are the ones that stand out the most. Like these are the ones that are still being performed, as in Hamlet and as in Antigone and as in Tartuffe. These are the ones where it doesn't matter where you go, these are the ones that still hold significance.
Here's a question. Have you started writing grant proposals and things like that to get us more money to make a better production? The more money we can get for free from the National Endowment for the Arts or from just private donors, the better off we can be with all aspects around here.
Of course I've started writing grant proposals, but I think more so what I've been doing is doing more research on Molière.
Alright, are we doing a version of Tartuffe that has no rights or limited rights? I'd rather not be paying for a play that's out in public domain I can get for free.
And I think we're gonna try to save as much money as possible.
Okay.
So, no rights.
Well, I mean, a primary concern I feel I should address since this is the first meeting is this isn't a classic piece and it is a period piece, and within our multicultural society, multicultural society, you want to keep it, to the along the same lines. How are you going to adapt it to fit today's audience? I think I'm just saying my perspective based on what I bring to the table. I think we can translate that into today's world. I think it will be more marketable for one, and also give us a better direction to go with as far as costumes. Because if you're having a multicultural, diverse cast, and the outfits are the time where the audience is going to think back to, okay, why would African American wear that? And it's like they may not connect.
I personally believe the audience we're playing to is a multicultural audience that accepts that kind of trans-cultural roles. I mean, if you act it well, if you just have talent, the talent will shine through at this point. There is no real black or white unless you make it black or white. I am not one to say, oh, there should be an all-white cast. No, you're the best actress that I picked from everyone else. I talked to Ray here. I talked to the casting agents. We believe you're the one.
I understand that. All I'm saying is, as based on your quality of your image, that you want to keep status quo. My concern that I'm expressing early on is that I feel the script needs to be brought up to date.
The language speaks to all generations. I mean, it's in English, and people can understand.
People don't read nowadays, though.
Exactly. That's why we have to bring it to them as a show.
You can take a play from another language that's written in a poetic verse and translate it in English, where you're not going to get the same flow, same eloquence. I feel. I just don't think you can go word for word on that and expect it to be modern or marketable.
To save the copyright, we cannot change it.
Yeah.
And I hate to be mean.
I mean, I agree with you, but
You can't get the youth of the nation. You can't get, this is not going to be a revolutionary piece.
I hate to say this as a director, though. You were getting paid to follow my vision.
And I understand that, and that's why.
I mean, honestly, that is what it comes down to. And I appreciate you.
Yeah, so I wanted to put that out there.
I appreciate your views, but this is the first time, so we will address them as we go. We have to keep moving on, though. Okay. So we can get more of the non-technical things done. I'd like to say my vision now. My vision, as I was saying to Candace, is a vision of a play that was written in the 1700s that can appeal to all generations. I would like to keep it period, but at the same time, make it funny enough and whimsical enough. I see whimsicality in this whole play. This is just a cartoon in real life. For really, if you actually look at the words, the very strange things that happen here is what you see in Looney Tunes. And I want to keep the dignity of this play, but play up those jokes. I really want to work with you guys to try to keep this a very lighthearted affair. As she said, Tartuffe is a very dangerous, but he's a buffoon. I mean, he's that man that really tries to be evil, and he's good at it, but it's not because he's trying, it's just because he sucks at it. I would love to keep that going. Now you know my version for the play. Let's get to the technical aspects. Gerard, what do you got for us?
I'm going to use a very standard 5 source lights for every area. You'll have your person. You'll have a light coming in on this angle. You have a light coming in on this angle. You have a light above them. And you'll have 2 lights coming in from the rear. I'm probably going to mix to almost white with a little bit of amber in there. So you'll have like an amber here, a violet here, a blue on top. Just very, very simple, the sculpting, gives good angles for sculpting. They won't be flat. They'll be able to move around the stage in all the areas without any problem. And that's kind of where I'm going with that.
So how would this have been performed during Moliere's time?
I'm looking for a great hall aesthetic, and that's what he's giving me, basically. It'd be performed in front of the king with very limited everything.
is it very natural, or would you?
So this is going to come off natural, like
It's
natural
going to come
light.
off like being out in the sun. Yeah.
Oh,
It's going to come
wow.
off with natural angles and natural shadowing. And
Okay.
just a little bit of dramatic twist to make it look that way, but the essence is still there.
Okay, to go with that, what do you have to give him to work with for lighting?
Alright, since it's mainly in the house, I wanted to give it to